Show. Welcome everybody to the JBY Aguila Show. La 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 la.
All right, everybody. This is your boy Jay Aguila. I'm here with my homeboy,
Elvis Flores.
and today we're gonna talk about wrestling, man.
All day, baby.
All day, every day. So, what got you into wrestling?
I was a child. I was flipping around the channels and I saw wrestling. I saw WWE. I'll never forget my first match. It was the Dudley Boys, Edge and Christian, and the Hardy Boys in a TLC match on SmackDown.
So you're saying it was a triple threat match?
Triple threat match for the tag team champions. If I remember correctly, Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit, if we're allowed to say that, was in that match too. I remember that.
R.I.P. to the great one.
All day, nah, I can't say that. But to his skills, yeah, you know what? He deserves it. He deserves it. Yeah. But other than that, that's what's up.
All right, and besides watching wrestling, like, how did you got involved in wrestling? Like, what involved you? Because I believe when you was like in high school, you used to play for your wrestling team, correct?
Yes. I was in middle school. I started in middle school and high school. In middle school, I was more motivated to do amateur wrestling because, it kind of reminded me of the wrestling. So I was like, let me do this. And I actually was kind of good at it. In ninth grade, I was moved up to the varsity wrestling team. Nice. Yeah. A freshman year, you get your butt kicked because I'm a pretty heavy guy. Back then, I was pretty heavy. Still am. So I'm wrestling kids like up higher, taller than me, wider than me. I lost a lot of my matches my freshman year. It happens. But you know what? My junior year, I ended up being all league. And I was able to have an opportunity to wrestle on. Now, unfortunately, my senior year, in an accident, I actually dislocated my shoulder. That was a bum. It was my senior year. And I expected to win so much that year. But it is what it is. Life goes on. We move on.
All right, so what was your division weight when you was in high school?
Well, my freshman year was a 189, but yeah. Then sophomore, junior, and what could have been my senior year was 195.
Good God, this is a man you don't want to mess with, guys. So, with the way how the wrestling industry is and how it's going, I understand you're more pro WWE than the New Japan Pro Wrestling and the TNA and such.
Well, TNA, I feel like that's garbage. It's done. There's no hope. New Japan is equivalent to the WWE because
That's a bold statement.
Because you know what? Not for nothing though. As you can see, WWE is actually stepping up with their new with their talent. New Japan has already expanded their talent and they use it with Kenny. First of all, AJ Styles, Kenny Omega, they were in developmental, but they didn't get a contract. Then they went to also Samoa Joe, same thing. AJ and Samoa Joe went to TNA. Kevin Omega went to New Japan Pro Wrestling, and they were used exactly what they needed to do. They used them correctly. Now that AJ Styles and Samoa Joe went through all that, came here, now look at them. They're golden. They're the face of a company. They were the face of a company, of a crappy company. Now they're the face of a company of the company.
All right, so I'm glad you brought up AJ Styles, Samoa Joe. I'm also going to throw in Finn Balor too because he also was part of New Japan Pro Wrestling. Now, how did it feel? Too sweet. How did it feel that AJ Styles jumped straight to the main roster compared to Finn Balor and Samoa Joe, who had to go through NXT?
Now that I think about it, you're right. But you know what? You have to understand that Finn Balor, I could also throw in Shinsuke Nakamura too.
Yes, you can.
You could say that too. I don't know why. I really don't know why. But you know what? AJ Styles was the champion. I mean, he was coming from a big run from New Japan. But then again, I could say that with Finn Balor and Shinsuke Nakamura. So honestly, I have no response to that. But you know what? I think because AJ is no, but again, Shinsuke and Finn Balor were also respected, and Samoa Joe.
Exactly.
So honestly, I don't know why.
Now, here's a good question. Now, we see that AJ Styles went to the main roster, have won the U.S. title and the WWE title twice. Finn Balor and Samoa Joe, respectively, have won the NXT titles. And we saw that their battle among the two was like the hype line, you know what I'm saying, for NXT. Do you feel that players like those going to the main roster, are their career is being overlooked? Do you feel like they're not given the proper opportunity like AJ Styles received?
Yes.
Okay.
Especially with Finn Balor. Because you know what? No. Finn Balor was on the roll, but he got injured. They were going to give him the Universal Champion. Which he won, respectively. So, you know what? I guess you could say that Finn Balor was there, but he got injured.
Yes.
Shinsuke is one that I personally felt like they should have gave him the belt at WrestleMania against AJ. I say that because, you know what? AJ, you know, AJ's going to get burnt out. And Shinsuke Nakamura is bringing something new to this product. So, honestly, and that's what I like about the WWE. Like, they're bringing more talent of different cultures and winning titles. And stuff.
Facts. Now, let's say this. Who are your current top 5? And it could be from TNA. It could be from New Japan Pro Wrestling. It could be from WWE, NXT. Who are your top 5 wrestlers, male or females?
Well, in a whole, definitely Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, definitely.
Okay.
Dean Ambrose.
Okay.
You know what? I'm going to surprise a lot of people with this one.
Uh-oh.
But I have to give it to Kurt Hawkins.
Woo!
You know why? Now hear me out. Because, hear me out though. Hear me out. Kurt Hawkins.
I love the guy. I know.
Yeah, but,
I know why you're saying it.
But you know, Kurt Hawkins has a gimmick. Yo, not for nothing though. WWE, all the characters don't have gimmicks nowadays. Kurt Hawkins does, and he's going with it.
Okay.
So I got to give that to Kurt Hawkins. The fourth one, Elias.
Walk with Elias?
Walk with Elias because
Why is that?
because you know what? He also has a character, but that character can go places. And my fifth and final one, you know what? I'm gonna give it to Finn Balor.
Ladies and gentlemen, my boy right here, Mr. Flores. Ain't no joke.
Now, if you're saying old time, like old time favorite wrestler,
Okay, throw in your top 5 all time as well.
all time, definitely number one is the Undertaker. Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero, I forgot.
Rest R.I.P.
RP. Shane McMahon is actually another one. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I'd rather be a heel. And the last one, Randy Orton.
And ladies and gentlemen, there you go. His top 5 active and 5-time all-time wrestlers. Mr. Flores, thank you so much. Keep it live. Stay strong. One love. Peace.